there.
Well, hi there.
Hey,
Ready
there
to
we go.
start over?
Hey, second time's a charm there when you don't hit the go live button, I guess. But it happens.
It's all good. Not a problem, sir.
All
We can
right.
always start all the way over.
Well, yeah, but then you run the risk of blowing up things and messing up things and things and things and
Speaking
things.
of blowing up things, I heard you have 3 shows this weekend. That's kind of
Yeah,
big for a judge.
I do have 3 this weekend. I got one at my shop here in the Sioux Falls area, a little town called T that's just south of me, about 5 miles, 6 miles. I got a show that one actually, Seth, you should show up to that show, man. I haven't seen you in like 2 years because I missed 712 this year, and I saw you there last year. I apologize because I don't remember seeing too many people there last year. I came out on Sunday with Jimmy and Sonia, and I was hoping for 20 minutes. I ended up staying for like 3 hours helping folks, but it was good. But yeah, I got a little show on Friday night at my shop. I got a show up in Fargo, which is kind of a Team Base Outlaw inaugural event for Fargo as well. I haven't never had a show in Fargo. So it'll be nice to get the big tent, the big system up there and show people what we're all about finally. Have had a couple other North Dakota shows, but nothing in Fargo yet. But again, TBO, Team Base Outlaws, hosted me there. So that's kind of nice. And after that, then I got to turn around again and swing through Omaha to get to Lincoln, Nebraska, because I got some folks there that want to see me. And that's for the L-Town Beatdown coming up this weekend. And those are my 3. But we got, I got a couple other shows that we got coming up here this weekend as well, which is really nice. We got kind of shows all over, but not really all over because Richard had his finals last weekend. So won't have to do anything there. But we've got Scrape Fest this weekend. We got the final scrape, which is Scrape 25. And that is in Hickory. That's at the Hickory American Legion Fairgrounds. We got the 5th annual Fall Fest coming up this weekend. Looks like Pop-Tart's got another show in Madisonville, Kentucky this weekend, the Dust Bowl Fest. And also, you got one at Crossfire on Saturday.
Absolutely.
We got a lot of shows still coming up this weekend. Most of the stuff on the west or east side of the U.S., but I'm kind of making it happen up north this weekend as well. Like I said, I got 3, and there's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shows because I know one other show that's not on here still for some reason.
Awesome.
But, we got a lot of stuff still happening this weekend, so it's kind of nice.
Good to see everybody up and running.
Yep, always.
Good evening to our Miss Bass Queen. Everybody else, nice to see y'all here.
Ice Cream Cruise. Ice Cream Cruise is a joke for a show. I'm sorry to say it like that, but they didn't want another org there. They don't want us there, so they're not happening at all.
Hey, we got another judge up in the house.
Oh, Brandon, judge.
Good to see you, Brandon.
There's 2 words that should not be used together sometimes.
Oh no, we love Brandon.
No, Brandon is great. I caught a lot of
It
his
looked like
show.
his finals was pretty good.
Yeah, I heard the same thing, and I've been seeing the results for that, which is really nice. So it's fun. Oh, geez, we're gonna
One
open
more
the
judge.
floodgates here.
Good to see y'all.
Greg, I assume, and or Stacy, one or the other, or hopefully both, along with the little ones. Maybe we should. You know what, Melissa, you had the comment earlier about getting the girls' night.
Yep.
We need Evelyn and Addison on here to talk about their Power Wheels sometime. So, Greg
Oh, I would love
or
that.
Stacy, one of you, both of you, if they are not opposed to being live in front of 8 people, 9 people, maybe we hit double digits. Have them or yourselves get in touch with myself or Melissa or Brandon and Jim or Jimmy, Billy, whoever, and I would love to talk Power Wheel stuff some night with you about that. That would be awesome because, well, one, they're loud, and two, Power Wheels, like I have said on here several times, there's 5 or 6 people standing out there watching the show all the time. And oh yeah, that is that is true. Whoops, I think I
All
just
right, go ahead.
clicked it.
That is so funny.
But you got 5 or 6 people standing around the tent most of the time. But as soon as again,
Mm-hmm.
Addison or Evelyn or
Bella.
Seth's little girl whose name Seth, I apologize, I cannot remember her name. Whenever the kids come up with the Power Wheels into the lanes, all of a sudden 20 people merge onto the lanes and you got a lot more attention. And to me, that's just fantastic because you got to start early into some hobbies and sports, and it just makes it that much more fun for them as well. So
Woohoo! I
there
can't
you go,
wait
George.
to. This is going to be exciting. Texas
Yeah,
is finally getting to see what Base Force is about.
yeah, we got a lot of folks coming to the shows this weekend. As I was saying with Melissa earlier, I got one show where one of the guys that is posting some stuff about the show. He's got 25 or 30 different names that I don't even show on mine. So yeah, it's always fun. And if you can bring the kids, please bring your kids with you. This
Yes,
is, family friendly as it's going to get, where mom and dad unfortunately seem to get a lot of attention. But if your kid or if you've got a Power Wheels out there, we got 2 or 3 classes for them, and you'd be shocked at how many of them get louder than mom and dad. So it kind of, they get a nice little prize. They're going to get their tag plate that says first on it compared to mom or dad's second or third. And, with that, you're going to have to buy them ice cream on the way home too. And there's very rarely ever anything bad about ice cream after a hot day in the sun at a Base Horse show. So, but there's my 3 cents worth.
yes. Please bring the kids out. We need them. They're our future. Without our kids out here, we ain't going very far.
Well, some of them are going to have to graduate from Power Wheels to real vehicles pretty soon. So, and that 159 plus on a 30 average, that is impressive.
Oh wow!
Uh, I don't know what to say about that one there, Greg. That's
I'd
only
buy the I'd buy a new passenger window and not say a word.
yeah. Get the vacuum inside that door panel, suck out all that glass, redo it, throw that window in. Takes a half hour, 45 minutes,
Be proud as could be.
and do it all with a smile on your face while you're shelling out that dollar bill. To sit there and pass it over and let them have it.
All right. We don't have anybody that qualified in Texas for finals, to my knowledge. So we will not be having finals this year. Our new season starts October 5th.
Hmm. And our
And
finals, I'm sorry, go ahead, Melissa.
go ahead. Go ahead, hon. What
I
about
was
our
going to say,
finals?
our finals, depending on your judge, some judges have a regional finals. Like Melissa may have something for Texas next year that would be a week or two beforehand. This past weekend, for example, Brandon had a regional finals up in Indiana for his folks. And who else had one? Richard had one out in California,
Richard.
or in Vegas, actually. So those two, they had their regional finals as opposed to a world finals, which is what we've got coming up on the 5th of October. Now, our world finals is everybody. It doesn't necessarily mean because you're first at Melissa's and that my person who's in the same thing is first at my show, that they're first in the world. They're all broadcast together, just like Melissa right now in Texas and me here in South Dakota. Someone is going to be watching this, and it's going to be Billy. He's going to be sitting at home, not sweating, and he's going to have a drink in his hand like this, and it's going to say Base Wars on it, and it's going to sit there, and he's going to be doing all the entry from our live feeds, all to him, and he's going to have a live feed up that's going to show us and you as the competitors all of the scores from our sites, and from there, top score is the top score. That's who wins it. So unfortunately, if you're first at one site, does not necessarily mean you're first in the Base Wars finals. It would be nice if you were, but it's nice if my people get it as well.
All right.
Melissa's in this case.
Who is doing the Florida State finals this year? I believe it's Michael Roney.
I was going to say, I think Michael Rooney's doing Florida. And so with that, yeah, it is world finals. We've got Ray down in the Caribbean. We've got some people coming on soon, I hope shortly after Christmas, for Europe, more specifically Germany. Billy announced that, I believe, 2 or 3 weeks ago, that we were speaking with them and things seem to be going good that way. Haven't heard anything otherwise. We've got, of course, Sujin and Pumash down in South Africa, which right now, by the way, if you have not checked out the top 10 lists, South Africa is making a massive, huge entry into those top 10 lists. And yeah, some people say, well, they got cars that we don't have that are louder. Yeah, they don't have a CRX. They don't have the Explorer. They don't have some of the cars that we have. So walk and talk. It's one or the other. But yeah, it's loud over in South Africa. So congratulations to all those folks, especially and I gotta get his name right again, because I want to say Devin, but it's not. But the single 12 from about a month ago that did almost a 160. I was looking that up again a couple nights ago, and damn, it's pretty nice. He might show up, Greg. Carl, how you doing tonight? Looks like everything is good there. I think Melissa was having some issues for stuff. Hopefully, she will get back on here. I was going to say, it looked like her camera was freezing up on her, unfortunately. So, seeing what I'm seeing here, might show up at finals. And Carl, yeah, what's going on for you guys tonight? I'm not tired yet. I have a feeling on Sunday night, after my third show of the weekend on Sunday night, that I will be tired because, well, I got a hotel room for Sunday night. It's it'll be a welcome sight to have a nice warm bed to sleep in rather than sleeping in my truck. But I've done it before. I just don't want to have to do it again. So it's never a good thing to have to sleep in the truck. And looks like everything is happening here. So hopefully we'll be good with that. But yeah, after my show on Sunday night in Lincoln, I'll drive a little ways to get to Omaha, stop off at the casino hotel that my brother is one of the general managers at and get myself a free room. I do get a comped room, so it's kind of nice. I get to cheat the system a little that way. It's kind of one of those gray areas in the rules that I keep looking for, which we've tightened those up this year. Speaking of that, Billy has been asking myself, Melissa, Jimmy, Michael, Greg, and Stacy's been asking all of us in a manager's chat what we would like to see for finals and what we would like to see for rules, or rather guidelines for next year, class structure, things like that. So it will be interesting to see what officially comes out here, hopefully within about a week. Hoping for something this weekend.
Jealous.
Greg, we will definitely see you later on. If you come back on later, we will maybe still be here. Otherwise, always a pleasure there, sir. You, the wife, and the kids, have fun.
Mr. Orion Army, good to see you. Let's see. I'm trying to get caught back up because I had no idea my whole computer just shut down.
I was gonna say I saw you freeze up there for a second. I'm like, ah, damn, her router that she was talking about is taking her out for a ride somewhere. Never a good thing. There we go. Let's get Mr. Hanson on there as well.
Hi, I'll see him at Crossfire this weekend.
Well, there you go. And it looks like he's got a Base Wars for a logo, a Base Wars screen for a logo on there as well for his avatar. So that's always a good thing. Jeremy, you're doing pretty well this year on trying to be the best in a couple of things. So I will leave that up to you, sir, to do that. Speaking of the best, I've got in front of me the big list here. And again, something else that Billy was mentioning to us judges, but this goes for you guys and gals as competitors as well. When you get the membership for Base Wars, it's not just pay the money and you're done. That's the nice part about it for us. But bring that number or bring your receipt to your next show so the judge there can see the receipt on it. Because if you tell Richard or myself or Brandon or Greg and Stacy or whoever, if you tell them that you're a member, we expect you to kind of be telling us the truth. And I found a lot of numbers this year that, let's see, I got 123 people right now that say they're members, and I have no record of it. Now, that could be an extra 123 people going to finals. But if I don't have a number, or if you do not see your number listed on the basewars.org website, if you go up to where it says 2024 members, if you do not see your name there, that is one of the lists that I use to make sure that you are a member. I've got another one, but if I can't see you on that list, I can't give you credit for a show and let you go to finals. So
can't even find their shows.
Take a look at that list. Make sure that you're there.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
The Scion is still in Tyler, Texas, and it will be gutted.
Uh-oh.
It is time for a new build.
So we're going to see 65 and a quarters. Or wait, no, what did a Reggie do? 6x9s or the 5 and a quarters? We're going to see that for a stunt wall build out of the back of.
You know, I want a stunt wall. I gotta have one.
Well, in
It's
Texas,
just
you know,
fun.
everything allegedly is bigger in Texas.
I will keep that in mind when. Yes, I do.
10s are good.
I need a bunch of them.
10s are good.
There's a couple people in here that know what the build's gonna be.
There you go.
I've actually had conversations with them.
Brett, speaking of good conversations, Jamie, how are you guys doing? Talked with your beautiful spouse yesterday or Monday or Tuesday. Talked with Christina about you guys coming up here. Appreciate it. Hopefully you got all the info you need for finals. If not, reach out to me, because I know I won't be running finals a little different, but because the classes are all the same for everyone, but I will be having time frames for everyone at my finals, because my finals just got a little bit more hectic with something that happened to me today. So I need to leave my finals right in the middle of it for about 45 minutes or an hour. So gonna have my right-hand man Phil running the term lab, and he's going to get a crash course on it later. Maybe not tonight, but certainly tomorrow or Thursday for us.
Wow.
So there you go. There's where your 10s are at from Corey.
I have talked to him about 10s. Good evening, Mr. Joe Sheets. Good to see you.
Oh, Jeremy, I see a lot of people say that.
I love the sound of the deep bass from 15s, but that punchiness from some 10s kind of works too.
Yep.
Kind of like it. And yes, you will, because we are having a bunch of shows in Texas this year.
Get them loaded on the screen, because right now I'm looking at the events screen. We got a lot of them still coming up.
Mm-hmm.
And the nice thing about it is both Melissa and I are looking at this same big list of shows coming up here. We've got, let's see, Thanksgiving. We've got Toys for Tots coming up at a couple of different locations. We've got coat drives and hat drives, things where we're teaming up with other organizations who do things out there. We've even got, as I am looking at, one show for not next year season, but the 2026 season already. And in fact, I got to look. No, we have one show for the 2026 season already. So we have shows scheduled. Get with your local judges and speak with them about the shows. If you don't know who that judge is, go out to the basewars.org website and click on franchise in that top menu bar. And that's going to bring you out to a world Google map, and zoom in on the US or South Africa and find Sujan and Pumish, or zoom in on the Caribbean and find Ray down there, or zoom in here in the US and find your local judge. Speak with them about what you may need to do for a Base Wars show in your area, and we'll try and help you out as best we can. But get them in early, because otherwise, if you want something on whatever month has a Friday the 13th in it next year, and you want to do a Friday the 13th show, but someone else already had that idea yesterday, I can't help you out, unfortunately, because I'm already booked. So if someone's got that idea, get with your judge now.
It is first come, first serve, and we do work as far as a year and ahead.
Yep. I got a couple shows that I've got to just simply call back some folks and schedule it, get the exact location entered in for an address, but otherwise I've got a couple shows that I am happy to be coming back to. So, uh-oh. Tried talking. That doesn't sound promising, unfortunately, there, Johnny.
Hey,
But,
call me. Call me. I'll figure out what judges you need to be working with.
yep, we can
We'll,
always
we'll
figure
get you
that out.
together.
We've got some areas that are very easy to get a hold of us. Other areas, I won't say we're difficult to get a hold of, but unfortunately I've answered questions at 2:30, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And while I generally don't like doing it, it's in Baseware's best interest to do so, and I try to do it, but I don't want to have to be the only one doing it.
I,
You know, some
I
other
don't
people
mind.
have messed up schedules for sleep like I do. But most of the time, if I'm up that late, I'm playing a game as well. So
They'll get with you, Johnny. No problems. See, Miss Sonia Pittman jumps up in here.
uh-oh.
What area? Message me. See, that's how our judges respond to this.
There you go.
Mama done got up in here.
Sonia,
Good
how
to
are
see
you doing tonight there, ma'am?
Okay. And
All was good for your stuff last week.
while Sonia is on here, let me tell y'all what I'm doing at Crossfire this weekend, because I always do a loudest in show.
Mhm.
This weekend, we are doing the Jimmy Pittman Just Send It Award for our loudest in show. And that is a special trophy that I made myself. So Jimmy Pittman now has an award. What time is Crossfire? 6 p.m. We'll start at 6 p.m. We can't start until the other businesses are kind of out of there, because it gets noisy up in there.
I go at 5 o'clock. That's quitting time. And it's a Saturday as well. Can't be that bad.
My show's on Sunday, and
yeah,
it
Sunday. That's
is
right.
that loud.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, no, yours is the only Sunday show this weekend, actually.
Oh, here we go.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we got fun.
The fact that he knows that Nitro has the loudest score is impressive beyond belief.
There you go.
So at least somebody knows what I'm up to.
Ooh.
Yep, we have Texas Shakedown next Saturday.
Yep, that is next Saturday, the West Texas Shakedown. Should be interesting to see those scores come through. Like I said, I'm kind of poking the bear there with Texas a little bit, because Texas
come on
does
with
have
it.
some loud people, but we haven't seen many Texas scores yet this year. So hopefully we'll be seeing them all next year.
I got to go and find my base heads in Texas. They loud. They just don't go to shows. We got to get them to shows.
We got to get them to your shows. We got that. So we always give it a try. You know that. We're Base Force. We have fun in the lanes, as your husband is so keen on saying all the time, and we do. If you're not having fun at Base Force shows, you're doing something wrong.
Good night, Mama. Thank you for coming on.
Sonia, thank you. Appreciate you as always. Jody, how are you doing tonight there, sir? I'm expecting hoo-hot from you this weekend. 169.97. I know you already broke your 170, but 169.97. I'm saying it now. It's going to be hot. Might be rainy. I don't think it'll be as loud. I want my free hoo-hot.
Just go on, pick on these folks, why don't you?
I do, because I have to, because the more I poke and prod, the harder they try sometimes. And
yeah,
I am very certain that you do this going for it, because I saw your score from a couple of weeks ago where you were just over that 170 mark, and I am confident that you can do it. If not, we're going to have people there, and we'll be pushing, poking, prodding the vehicle to make sure that you can again. because I want to see it. So, and I don't
Absolutely.
care if whatever class it is in. I don't care if it's a music class. I don't care if it's a Port Wars fun class. As long as everybody there is hitting their personal bests and having fun, that's what we want.
You know,
Plus, if you're not,
I have
we can
not
just call it.
had one single person in Texas run Port Wars yet.
Really?
I have
How
not.
can you not?
Don't know.
That's generally where everybody puts up the
Okay.
biggest number. And
I can't wait to see them strike. They're going to have a blast. We have so many classes that they all have somewhere to play.
I was going to say,
So
we've
some
got,
of them just get left out.
if we
There
include
we
the
go.
FP classes, we've got like 60.
There you go.
We got 47 or 48 classes right now. If you can't find somewhere to play, you're looking in the wrong spot, or the judge isn't explaining it very well. But we got 60 plus classes to play in. In fact, I should actually look. I don't have my printout sitting here because I scrapped my old score sheets, and oh, actually, no, I didn't. Hang on. I got the stack that I forgot over this past weekend, which, by the way, judges, when you print out your score sheets, make sure you actually bring them to the show with you. That does help.
Don't feel like you're by yourself. I have shown up at shows and not had my sheet.
I got the notebook.
We got amped up in the house.
I got the notebook with all
And
my
Mr.
scores.
Shannon Boom. Good to see both of y'all. I hope Kyle's new business is going very well for him. I was proud to see him open these doors.
Yeah, we got 55 classes on the old score sheet, and I believe we increased it by 1 this year. So we got damn near 60 classes again. If you can't find a area to play in with Base Wars, you're just not you're not trying hard enough, because we got something for everybody. We got motorcycles, we got ATVs, we got semis, we got boats.
If you can bring it to the show, I will run it.
Yeah.
I don't care. I want to see it run. If it's got a little bit of bass to it or a lot of bass, I want to see it all.
Yeah. I personally don't care if it's a factory system in your vehicle.
Good evening, beautiful.
There we go. There's the lady I was talking about. Sorry, just clicked off on her. You put her on there. Christina, hopefully the info I got for you and Jamie and Brennis, everybody down there in that Omaha, Lincoln area, is going to come in handy. I will be posting some more stuff on my little event flyer for it, with zip code and local hotel stuff for anyone coming from out of town that doesn't want to or does want to stay the night, either Friday or Saturday night. And I am going to talk to the hotel right next door to us, half a mile away. Going in there tomorrow morning. Got a meeting with their manager at about 9:30 tomorrow morning. So I will be checking them out for you guys.
Awesome. Now, see, that's a judge going above and beyond. Good job, sir.
Well, if that doesn't work, again, my brother's a manager at one of the bigger the biggest hotel casino down there. He's at Harrah's. So one way or another, if I can figure out something, I will. And even if I can't get through their chain, I know enough people in a couple other chains up here that I can probably find something. Uh-oh. What the hell is that? Oh, little frog. I thought that was something else in your hand.
Oh, that is awesome.
Anniversary date. There you go.
Happy anniversary a little early, because I'm prone to forgetting things.
Christina, you downgraded with Jamie. There's no better way to say that, man. It's just, I'm teasing, of course, but happy upcoming anniversary. Many more for both of you two coming up together. Always enjoy
Absolutely.
seeing you two at the shows.
Boy, absolutely not. You're always going to be one of my favorites. Used to drive to Mississippi just to see him because he has an XB.
There you go. I was gonna say that's part of that Scion crew you got down there.
Oh, definitely. Little Scions get loud.
So I've heard.
Right.
I've got one.
Provided you know what to do with them.
I've only got one up here that I know of, and I think Kurt is going to rip everything out of it and start over with his. And Kurt happens to be the guy who owns and runs Synergy Audio up here, the amplifiers that I use. But
Awesome.
we're gonna get some stuff doing on it, and he's got some new product coming out. He's just gonna load it up, and we're gonna do a lot of things with it. So it'll be rather interesting.
Wow, they're just gonna pick on me all night, huh? I ain't forgot about nobody. Just took a little time off.
Melissa smile by embarrassing her tonight, which is a good thing.
Oh, now that's gonna be worth seeing. A 65 and a Scion. That's getting
a lot of small subs. I don't know if a couple of big ones would do a 65. I think a lot of smaller ones might. I think you might be running into compression otherwise in those vehicles. But
I can't wait to see it.
There's a few I think could do it.
Oh. "16 years old driving a Scion." That would be great. They're great little cars.
There you go.
And he's currently at a 63, so he's asking for 2 dBs. And 2 dBs at that level, man, that's a lot of work.
Might be able to get you those 2 dB somehow. I don't know how, because I haven't seen a Scion build that is that loud yet, but you're in the right group. We got some people here that would probably be able to help you out with that.
Oh, he's got years of testing behind that car. Years. I am shocked that little car is still holding together, and I'm pretty sure it's praying to die. He gives that car all the beans. All right, final should be interesting.
Quit fighting me. I see your arm move just a little bit, and I'm like, I got to do this half a second after Melissa does.
There we go. That is so funny.
Melissa and I are fighting over the comments here. Who gets to show it? Who gets to take it away? Finals will always be interesting there, Shannon. We, aside from the fact that it is bring everything you got and leave it there. You have to, because you don't know who actually is going to go at the exact same time that you do. Meaning, okay, this person here is in Beast, this person over here is in Unleashed Wall, this person here is in Cyclone Trunk, and Billy's got to coordinate all of that. So if you're watching one of them and someone else is going and you didn't necessarily see it because you were watching something else, or you were the person in the lanes and they just ran the same class that you're running next, or you're that person who's in the lane and you now have to run that same class that you've qualified for against, say, Adrian or Jeremy, and they just put up some monster number, still got to go in there and do it, because you have to. It's finals. you got to put in as much into it as you've put into it. So make sure that you
Well,
do get those cracked windshields and side windows and everything taken care of. And speaking of that, off the top of my head, cracked
that's
windows
it.
and things like that. Let's see. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got about 7. I got about 7 salvage yards within about 60 miles of my show location. So if you do need something, I know a couple of them that are actually open on Saturdays.
Well, Boom is going to be really good at finals because he gets to go to the Tennessee show. So he
Right.
gets to see demo wars and everything.
Yep. That will be fun. You will get to see all the SQ stuff that we offer. And hoping for a 63. I'd love to see a 63 in Norwell.
Yes. It's a beast type score. Oh,
And that too. Yeah, I got the big sheets of ABS in my shop leaning up against my car, Adrian. I feel your pain there, man, because I've just been too lazy and too broke to build up my doors and get them properly put on the car. I know how I judge it. You wouldn't like my music though. You would
oh
hate
my God.
you would hate my music, believe me.
I would not want to judge demo wars at finals.
I will
Man.
be more than happy to judge a demo war if someone wants to do it, but you're using my music and I'm controlling it. And it ain't going to be no 120, 130 dB. You're going to be doing it about 104, 105.
$62.6.
Damn.
That's awesome.
Oh, speaking of that,
Yeah, we'd pretty much have to ship people in for that one.
I am looking at, well, let's see. I know what our maximum score was this year because that was Carlos earlier this year. Speaking of scores, I get to, I want to talk numbers for 2 seconds here because everything that I am seeing on the spreadsheet, I'm now able to look at 6,300 names, 6,200 names, something like that, that with everything from this past weekend being entered in, and 6,206 entries so far. Our average score right now for everything, Port War Cyclone, Power Wheels, Typhoon, Hurricane, everything, the averages even. So this is not a peak average. This is average for every single score, 6,200 of them. Our average score right now is just above a 150.
That is amazing considering how many people ran the 20 hertz classes.
So considering that, considering the wall, no wall trunk scores for Hurricane, Typhoon, Twister, Cyclone, all of the other averages out there, including old school, all of that stuff, where your scores are upper 20s, low 30s, maybe louder, depending on the vehicle, of course, and what's in it. But an average score of 150, actually almost 151, 150.79. So we're seeing a little bit of an uptick in that. And that's all I'm going to say about it, because I had a number written down on another sheet a couple weeks ago that was a little under 150 and a half. So over the last couple of weeks, the scores have increased significantly to jump almost 0.3 because we were under 150.5, and now we're almost 150.8. So those scores are going up, which means people are actually getting louder.
All right, let's go over this because I know my Texas guys don't know this yet. Where did they find the scores?
Depends on how they want the score to be done, kind of. And I say it weird like that because the easiest way to find the scores is simply go out, as you can see on the bottom of our little screen right now, that little ticker that's going across the screen that's way down here and it's going across right there. If you go out to basewars.org, one of the best things on it is the top 10 list should come up right away for you. And that's going to show you just the top 10s. If you're looking for all results, if you go out to the Base Wars Facebook page, generally on Tuesdays after we get all the results in, and John, Billy's son, takes a look at all of them and puts them into the spreadsheet and makes a little graphic for them. He then posts that graphic out there. So he's going to show you not necessarily everything for the top 10s, but he's going to show you all the results for any show that happened that last weekend. So if you're looking for something and you don't see someone on a top 10 list, but they said they went to a show, check out the Facebook page for us, or check out the Instagram page as well. We do have an Instagram out there, and I know that those top 10s are there as well, because when I see them, I try and like them to remind myself that we do have an Instagram page, because I'm very rarely actually on Instagram, but Base Wars is on the bigger social media sites. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, we're on Instagram, and we get a lot of results on all three of them that way. So we can be there.
Good evening, Mr. Hart. Good to see you.
John, how are you doing tonight? And yeah, Shannon, those top 10s, those will change, and those are constantly changing. I had to change a couple of them this morning because I had 3 or 4 people in the same class list this morning when I was going through them. I saw to pick on Shannon with it, I would see both Shannon Boom, and then I would see Flexin on them Boom, or Shannon Flexin Boom. And if it's the same name, I got to change that because I want everybody to get on their top 10 the way that they should be. Well, that's a fantastic question, Brian. Currently, we don't have a way necessarily to do that because we still have people being invited to finals. But if you get with me after the show, I can tell you. And actually, because you're in my area here, Brian, let me take a look here for you. I will find out for you right now if we got something for you here, because I'm pretty sure I do. Let's see here. Give me a second to load this up properly.
Let's see. Who's the judge for North Carolina? Is North Carolina doing the finals?
That would be Michael, I'm guessing.
Let me see. See if I can look that up for you.
All right, I'm just waiting for the spreadsheet to load here. So let me.
Okay.
Green circle. Just wait on it.
So let's see. We have Jeffrey doing finals.
think Jeffrey's got one. It's either him or Michael that's got one out there.
When it is ready, it will come back out to the world. Currently, it's not ready. I gotta buy all kinds of equipment for the thing. All right, let's see. They're saying Fayetteville. Do you see a show for Fayetteville, North Carolina?
When, I guess, would be the more
October 5th for finals.
in Fayetteville?
Yes.
Let's see. I do.
Good job.
5649 Bragg Boulevard. I see just a
Mr.
generic
Jeffrey's
post
gonna
up
hold
there.
finals. Congratulations to him. So where are our finals locations this year?
Oh man, all
I know.
over.
I know we have one in Montgomery, Alabama.
Yep.
Now we have the one in Fayetteville, North Carolina for Jeffrey.
Yep. We've got, let's see here. We've got the Cook County Fairgrounds. And that looks like, yeah, it looks like Greg and Stacy. We got a finals that does not actually show any anything. It just kind of shows all of us judges on the score sheet. It doesn't show us too much more than that, unfortunately. We've got mine up here in South Dakota. I know Jimmy is having his in Springfield, Missouri coming up as well. Got the one in Fayetteville. I know that Richard has something out in California for the West Coast for his folks out there at EnviroPros. I know we're having something for Tina at the box shop on that Saturday.
Right.
I believe there is then 5 or 6 shows that will be running kind of concurrently with that for the 2026 season as well. So we've got quite a few different locations, and the best way to find out, again, go out to basewars.org to the website and click on the 2024 events tab on the top of that. And from there, we'll be able to tell you where the finals are located, because you can see all of our currently scheduled events on that particular link.
Excellent. All right. Jeffrey's wife just got out of surgery.
Excellent.
And let's just wish her a speedy recovery. Let him know we're thinking about him.
Chris, how are you doing tonight?
We don't mind you being late. At least you showed up.
Showing up, and well, my screen is still circling here. Kind of weird. I'm not even seeing what I should be seeing on it. I'm wondering if I did something to the spreadsheet here, which...
Oh, look. Mr. Dom. Good to see you. One of our Florida boys. We haven't seen them in a while. Good to see you, sweetheart. I hope everything's going well for you down there. All right. Pop-Tarts having finals in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
God, I am so proud of our judges. They did great this year.
Brian, I got you in 3 this year if you are still sitting there.
Takes 5 shows to get into finals in the same class.
Yep, and it looks like, in this case, Oh, what the hell is going on? There we go. Now it's loading. Finally. I was looking at a bunch of gray on here without any green and yellow, which is what I was hoping for, so I can actually read the stuff. It's hard to read it when you can't actually find what you're looking for sometimes. Brian, yeah, I got you qualified for 3 currently. Hopefully, you know what those 3 are.
Excellent.
But otherwise, I will send you a message after the show here tonight.
Love it when they compete in more than just one class. Shows
Definitely.
the versatility of their vehicles. I'm so
Done?
excited about that because he had this little Mazda. I think it was a Mazda 3, maybe a 2. And he just tore the hatch off that thing. It
Nice.
couldn't be welded no more. They tried. He tore that car all to pieces. And it was a beautiful car.
Chris, get with me if you need something. As I was saying earlier before you stepped on, I'm going to be talking to the local hotel tomorrow morning. Hopefully, find a little bit better price on, because right now, $30 just seems expensive to me for a hotel room. So, especially when during the week they're, $65, $70. And I'm not talking Motel 6 or something else, But if you like Motel 6, I like them.
They leave the light on for you.
They leave the light on. But yeah, right now, for some reason, the hotel rooms up here in Sioux Falls, they're like $130, $140 that particular weekend. I even saw one that was above 400. And I ain't paying $400 to sleep anywhere.
No.
There better be a lot of coke and hookers in that room if they're paying $400. Yes, I said it. Sorry. There better be something extra in that room. I don't know what, but there better be something.
I'm not going to be okay after hearing that.
That one had to be said, because again, $400 for a hotel room, unless that room is overlooking the Vegas Strip or the Grand Canyon or the Eiffel Tower or something. I don't want to overlook a freaking parking lot in a damn strip mall, because that's where this hotel is located. I ain't paying $400 for that kind of a view.
Oh God, I can't even pay attention to the comment section.
Not throwing that up there, Chris. But yes.
All right. Good to see you.
Courtney, how are you doing tonight, man?
That's our sniper class winner from last year. Maybe he'll repeat this year.
I would hope someone can, because sniper is a little interesting. It's a fun thing. Uh-oh.
Of course, he was qualified by January, and he knows it.
Yep. He's out there somewhere.
Should be qualified in multiple classes. Thank you, Nathan. It's good to see you too. All right. We got anything else to go over tonight?
Depends which Dan you want to talk about, because normally if I go to shows, or when in the past, I was kind of like saying this, because Dan Horner is about 2.5 hours away from me. Dan Lieber, who used to be really loud, got into race car stuff more recently and has kind of stepped away from the SPL world. Got Danny Britton down out of the Omaha area who's really loud. He used to be on the Orion crew down there. There's a lot of us Dans up here in the upper Midwest.
Oh, yeah.
We all used to compete. We all used to have a lot of fun doing it too.
Are we going to have sniper class next year? Because
Nope.
here's a comment.
Nope.
I didn't think we were.
Sniper is done.
This will be our last year for sniper.
Next year, if it is still a blow through in a bed design, as has been mentioned, no, we're not dancing in the rain. There were not enough dollar bills there last time, Chris. Because we've had questions about what a sniper build is and how we are to classify them. If they're below the bed rail, they're a no wall. So we enter the appropriate no wall class for them. If they're above the bed rail and you got a topper on it or just a soft top or whatever, it's a walled class. And that was drawn up from what Jordan has done and has seen and kind of looked at with other orgs. And that's on par and in line with what they do in the other organizations. So if you have a walled build, you might see some trucks come in that are blow through, or if you got a no wall, you'll probably see some trucks come in as a no wall as well. That they've got that bed or that sniper style build as what we used to call it. But now there's no more sniper. So unfortunately, probably not a chance to do a sniper world record at final since that day starts the new season and we've got new rules to go through.
Okay, so, well, he's going to a wall next year anyway.
There you go.
Big boy.
Let's get into the big stuff. Speaking of that, really the only thing we've changed other than sniper being kind of eliminated with what I was just talking about, we've got 2 new music classes, 30-second average for the extreme vehicles out there. I know I was part of the big controversy this year on extreme vehicles, and I won't take back anything I said. I still don't like the rule on it because we worded it one way, and that's how I was looking at vehicles, but we also worded it another way that said if you don't have seats in your vehicle, you're extreme. So by that definition, everything with a B-pillar wall was all of a sudden extreme. Look it up. That's what it says. And I won't take that back. Not a chance. But
we have a nice guidebook to study before finals. We'll get it done and everything will go smoothly at our simultaneous shows.
But over here, this is last year's. So over here in the pro section, I got to focus that in. There's going to be 2 new classes over there. And that's where the extreme vehicles have to be entered. And it's going to be 2 music classes. One is going to be called Tornado. One is going to be called Tsunami. One of them is 30 hertz and under. One is 30 hertz and up.
That's going to be
fun. It's going to be fun. There's also going to be a crowd loud extreme vehicle class as well. So we should have basically 4 or 5 classes specifically for the extreme vehicles. We will have the other 44, 43 classes for everyone else that's not extreme. So can't say there's not a class for you. Again, we got 48 classes plus 7 or 8 music and or other style of classes like lit, motorcycles, the kids' Power Wheels. We've got classes for everybody out there.
There is a class for no matter what your build is.
Yeah, exactly, John Ray. I was kind of thinking the same thing. Oops. Gonna have to jinx every time that happens.
I'm gonna have to buy you a drink.
You're gonna owe me drinks, or I'll owe you drinks. I don't know. Well,
That'll work.
either way,
It's
I'll make it
gonna
down to a
be
Texas
fun.
show sooner or later. I should make a loop coming up with all the winter stuff and just get out of South Dakota for the winter when we got that 30 below week. Come down
Oh,
south to Texas.
I've already called Jimmy and Sonia and invited them to come to Crossfire with me one time.
There you go.
That would be so fun to have them there with me. So if you
would,
want to come that weekend, we would love to have you.
I'd have to figure out a way to do. Let me think about this. I'd have to figure out a way to get out to the big Surf City show out in Oregon. Go see Jeremy out there. Come back through Vegas or Fresno and see Richard on a Sunday show. Swing down to Arizona for Javon. Swing through New Mexico and hit up you. Swing down along the Gulf Coast. After 3 or 4 more days of driving, hit up a Friday night show at UAF.
Yep.
I could really plan this out. That wouldn't necessarily be a bad weekend to do some stuff like that.
Oh, you're gonna need a couple weeks to do that trip.
Oh, I figured something out. Yeah, we got new numbers for you this weekend, Chris. I'm still hoping for that 151 and a half, 152 for you. And yeah, we got all kinds of fun stuff happening this weekend. Like I said, I've got 3 shows. There's 4 or 5 other shows this weekend. My round trip. Hey there, Matt. Hope you guys all. We ran a bullseye this week. God, we had fun during the bullseye run because I don't run bullseye the same as everybody else. I make bullseye a number that people can actually hit. I've seen some of these numbers up there on bullseye that are 140s, 150s.
Oh, I've never made it over a 129.
I did it from I went on to random and did the random generator with it with a couple of our guys hitting the random button for us. And I put in a number from 125 to 140. And it came up at 134.14, I think.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So we did it that way. And I had
You see this? We have a new Power Wheel coming out soon.
a couple people doing it. Oh, it's not a new one. Sadie's out there and she's loud. In fact, actually, hang on.
Got a photo of it?
I want to find out how many times Sadie's been doing it so far this year because she might be close. Let's see, 1 in that class, which means 2 in the other one at Jimmy and Sonia's and one of my shows. Yeah, she's done Port Wars twice. And I know I unfortunately I put her in a crowd loud no wall. And, fortunately, I made light of it that Sadie beat Dad in crowd loud. And I did not take away from the fact that she got a first place trophy for it as well, or first place tag plate. Brian took second, and I'm trying to remember who took third at my last show in Lincoln, but it was a good time doing it. And again, 4 or 5 people around the trailer all day. Sadie got up there, and unfortunately, it was one of the last runs of the day. 20, 25 people standing around watching her whipping some butt. It was
That
nice.
is awesome.
And it looks good too, which is really nice.
Okay, we got anything else to go over tonight? Because if not, we'll kind of get out of here early.
Yeah, at present, I don't think we got anything extra here. We got shows all taken care of. Finals coming up. If anyone has questions about finals, please check with your local judge. Check with me. Message me. I don't care what time it is. I'm kind of up 24/7 anyway, or if I'm not, I'll get to you right away. Hopefully within an hour. $75 for the runs at finals, because that will cover the cost of the belts that Jimmy has procured for us. I know that the first place belts are going to be done through Excess Power and JY Power. I have not seen anything yet, but hopefully he's got an idea or at least a picture or something he might be able to share tomorrow night when he and Billy go live. But finals,
Big thank
$75
you to
per
Jimmy.
class entry. Memberships for 2025, they are available on the website for the link right now. Please make sure you purchase that one rather than, unless you still need 5 shows for this year, the 2024 link, which is still there. The price for the membership did go up from 25 to 30 for next year. And that's going to allow us to get some more tag plates and some more customization for some stuff out there. It's going to allow us to do a couple more things on the spreadsheet and the website for us, because it's not something that, fortunately, Billy has said it numerous times, as have I. I am not a spreadsheet designer. I'm fairly savvy with them when looking and sorting and finding things, but I'm not the best at building them. Yes, that too. That'll be the last time I do that to you, Melissa, I promise.
All right. Yeah, Billy has
Yeah.
us some more shirts coming.
We're getting some more shirts. And if you're looking for something specific, hit me up, because I know a guy here in town that can make your 4, 5, 6. We can do that. And yes, Jason, 75 for the classes at finals. That
it's
is
75 per class, right?
Yep, per class at finals. So if you're doing 3 classes, I want to see 2 Benjamins, a whatever else, $25. But I want 2 Benjamins in my hand and whatever else. If you need change, well, I can help you out with that as well, because sooner or later, I'll have enough cash to make change for all the Benjamins. But $75 per class, 30 for regular classes and 20 for secondary or extra classes after that at the shows that follow or run concurrently with them. If someone's got 2 lanes set up, maybe one is just for finals and one is for the 2025 season, those prices haven't changed, 30 and 20 still, but 75 for finals classes. And that's pretty much it for everything I'm thinking here for finals right now. Should be a fun time though. So hopefully we get it all done. We'll crown some champions and have a fun week in 2.5 weeks.
Oh, it's that soon.
It's coming up soon, folks. Get your testing done now. Book your shop time and book your meter time.
Get ready, boys.
Shop time is different. Shop time is custom. Meter time isn't. Not at my shop anyway.
All right. Well, you ready to get out of here for tonight? Because we have a great video to show them for tonight.
Yeah, my cup is empty. That's it. When the cup is empty.
Right. Well, let's show them Base Wars Africa. And then we'll get out of here for tonight.
I think that will be perfect. Let me zip down to the bottom of the list. And
Gotcha.